While it's true that every Corvette at Funfest has a story behind it, there aren't too many that have a documentary made about them. The car behind me, the number 3 1960 class-winning Le Mans Corvette, is the subject of the documentary The Quest. The Quest is about more than just hardware or a race. It's about family. We're here with Michael Brown, one of the principals behind this film. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the Corvette Funfest and how you were able to bring this film to this venue.
Well, Mike Yeager and some of his staff contacted me several months ago and said we'd be interested in possibly holding a premiere at Funfest for the film. And of course I was flattered and honored and enthusiastically behind the idea. So after several months of planning, here we are, and it's an exciting time.
So what's the future for the Quest after this?
I have a distributor on the West Coast who thinks that that he can sell it both domestically and internationally. We have cut it down for television. You know, they feel like it needed to be trimmed a little bit, so that was a challenge, but I'm pleased with what we've done. I think we've been able to trim it down to meet their specifications, but still keep the heart of the story. It's a car story for car enthusiasts. It's a Corvette history and racing history story, but it's also a human interest story. And so I think there's something for everyone. And in the made-for-television version, which we hope to be able to announce something in the next few months, I think people will see that we were able to keep the heart of the story.
Now, Lance, obviously, the Quest is an intensely personal story of yours. And I think everybody who has a Corvette has a story, but tell us about what it took to get your story on film.
What it took, really, it was meeting Michael Brown. I was very fortunate. Just met this gentleman at Barrett-Jackson auction, and he came up to me and he said, "I heard you have a really nice collection of cars." So nevertheless, we stepped back a bit, and he's like, "All right, I'm here, I'm gonna film your cars." He had a couple guys he's filming, going through our collection, tells me, tell me about each vehicle. So finally I go through a lot of the cars and get to the Le Mans car that's behind us here, and told him the story. My dad had a dream. He wanted to get this car back to Le Mans for its 50th anniversary. And, it's his dream to do it, and I'm going to fulfill his dream. That's my plan. I even plan on bringing the driver. John Fitch is still alive. It's going to be so cool. And he could just feel it, like, coming out of me, So, nevertheless, the excitement's there, and he's like, it's funny. The camera went down. He's like, "Well, is anybody going to film you?" I said, "Well, no." I said, "I plan on getting pictures. It's going to be cool, I'll get tons of pictures. It'll be great." So, that's how it began. I mean, truly, that's how the whole story began. And he said, "You know what? We're doing it. Do you mind if we come along?" I said, "Absolutely not."
This has become about more than just a Corvette. This has become a way to promote a good cause as well.
Absolutely. My father died from amyloidosis. We started the Chip Miller Charitable Foundation promptly after his death. And we did that for a reason. We wanted more people to be able to say amyloidosis, research it, learn it. And it's been a great deal, and it was such a cool thing going over there. We had a lot of postcards made in French and also, obviously, English. So it was nice handing them out. People were reading them throughout, so it was neat. They were having us sign them. So it was a great way of fulfilling, not only his dream, but also getting the word out about this cause. And there's a lot more on chipmiller.org to find out.